Hello, my friends, and welcome to Start the Day with Ginny. We are going to continue on the topic of betting on yourself and what that looks like. I began to share with you in the last 4 videos what the members of my Fearless Leadership Masterclass share with me and with each other how they bet on themselves. So they talked about investing in themselves, showing up for themselves at work and in their personal lives, believing in themselves, trusting the process. And today we're going to cover the fifth strategy, which is having confidence. To bet on yourself, you need to have confidence in yourself, in your abilities. This is close to trusting yourself as well. Having confidence, some people think that, oh, I need to have the confidence in order to do that thing. And one of the things I've learned over the years is that doing something, getting a result, tweaking if you didn't like exactly how that came out, and then trying it again also develops the confidence muscle. Imagine wanting to get in good shape. You would never go to the gym and work out one time and expect that you would be in the shape that you want to be. It requires you to have consistency and to go to the gym repeatedly and to create a self-care routine that supports your desire to get in better shape. Similarly, building your confidence muscle requires you to do the same thing that you would do for your body, but to do it emotionally and mentally. So, how can you create in your life, in your career, in your personal life, in your relationships, in your social space, how can you create the opportunities to take action, follow through, see an outcome, and continue to build your confidence? That is the question that I have for you. What are those opportunities for you to create those moments where you can practice and do something that leads to an outcome that will develop your confidence? So what is that going to be for you? I know for me, for example, as it relates to building my confidence, if I'm being 100% vulnerable, when I think about reaching out to companies to offer them my Fearless Leadership Mastermind, I get a little crunchy inside. And the crunchiness comes from assumptions that I'm making about how the companies are going to react. I know how much value I provide. I know that I'm a minority business enterprise, and I know that companies want to diversify their supply chain. I know that my program is extremely valuable because I've been running it since 2020. So I have evidence and data points that show that my members are getting so much value and developing their leadership skills, learning how to coach, how to lead, engage, and influence their teams. I have proof of that. So there's so much that I know the program can add value to an organization. And yet, when I think about approaching them to quote unquote sell my program, I get a little crunchy. And so, how do I build my confidence around getting in front of companies and saying, are you ready to send 5 or 10 of your leaders to the Fearless Leadership Mastermind? I'll give you a couple of the actions that I've taken toward that goal. Number one, I said I need to have a very succinct, clear, and extremely targeted deck. So I hire my friend Cindy, who works specifically on helping entrepreneurs like me to develop engaging decks that tell a story. So I did that in October. Then the next piece was to start creating these meetings with my own clients and partners who already know me, who know, like, and trust me, so that I can run them through my PowerPoint deck and get some feedback from them. So that's number two. I did that with a few of my partners and clients. And now I'm at the stage three, which is, okay, Ginny, it's time to share the gift with everybody else. So that is the point where I've created a list of the companies that I know are committed to the Paradigm for Parity movement. Those are the companies that said, I want to increase the number of women that are in senior leadership roles by 2030. So my assistant and I worked on that list. And now the next step is to actually reach out to them and set those 15-minute cyber coffees so that I can have those conversations and show them the succinct deck that Cindy helped me put together, and then ask and answer any questions that are relevant to the conversation. So that is how I'm building my confidence muscle around something that I want to have more confidence about. And so what about you? Betting in yourself requires you to have confidence, to believe that the program that I'm providing is going to be beneficial to my clients, because otherwise I would not be putting myself out there, right? For you, what does having confidence look like? And what activities can you engage in that will help you flex the confidence muscle so you can bet on yourself even more? The more that we get out of our own way, the more that we realize that we have gifts to share with people, that we have a zone of genius where when we're operating from our zone of genius, everything flows. And that there's people out there who need us to perform and to act and to behave and to give them our zone of genius. Once we realize that, we remove the barriers that we have been creating for ourselves in getting ourselves out there, whether that means for you going after that position that you've wanted, whether it's asking for the promotion, whether it's exploring a new area that you want to get into. All of that is betting on yourself. And it means that you are no longer going to be your own obstacle. And I know this may sound harsh, and I don't mean to sound harsh in any way. With love and compassion, in many cases, we become our biggest boulder. And I know because I've been there. So it's through the personal self-development and the professional self-development that we can become more confident in our abilities and to go at it from a place of contribution. When we think about, if I were to get out of my own way, how much more could I be contributing, and how much more of an impact could I be having in my space? That's when we realize, wow, I've been keeping myself small. I've been putting myself in a box, thinking that I'm only good at these two things, when in fact I am good at several things, of which I've only been demonstrating two. And so I want, as your coach today, to give you full permission to show the world around you all of your gifts, and to bring those gifts forward with a sense of, I can invest in myself. I'm going to show up for myself and others. I'm going to believe in my abilities. I am going to trust myself and the process, and I'm going to have confidence. And that's how I'm going to bet on myself. And so the next video that I'm going to shoot for you is going to be on the last factor, the last strategy that our masterclass share with us as to how to bet on yourself. And I hope that you have been enjoying this last 5 videos. If you missed any of them, please go back, whether you're listening on my YouTube channel, Dr. Ginny Baro, or you're listening on the Visionary Leaders Circle podcast, or you're watching this through my vlog. It doesn't matter what the medium is. I hope that you've been enjoying them. And if you have, leave me a comment and please share this with your community and with your colleagues so that we can spread the wealth and spread the joy. It's always a pleasure to connect with you. If you need any support doing any of this, you know where to reach me at callwithginny.com. Live with purpose, live with joy.